I want to get you guys. Come on. Hey, you're looking for
How is
something
it
new to
s-
wear.
How
on
is it?
How did
Are
we
there
get to
wires in
this?
it?
Biscuits and tea.
Have you guys ever seen pickleball or have any idea what pickleball is?
I'm trying to have a hard time remembering what it specifically is, but I know there's like pickleball course. Is it you hit it up against the wall?
It's no, that's I think it's racquetball. It's like it's kind of like mini tennis. It's like tennis mixed, I don't know, with ping pong. I don't know what else. It's almost like soccer tennis, like the same size, but mini tennis. So apparently this guy in Denver, the 71-year-old, they had markings on a court already. Then the markings faded. They're playing on a basketball court. So he drew on with the Sharpie the new lines, and then he had a warrant for his arrest for a felony criminal mischief like 3 days later.
Felony,
Yeah.
not a
Yeah.
misdemeanor charge for drawing on
No,
this.
no, it's a felony. Felony criminal
Is
mischief.
was he convicted?
I don't think they finished it yet. I don't think maybe it's out. No, this is like yesterday. I don't think it's known yet. I think they're gonna say he should be released like pretty soon. But I think they actually took him to jail.
They put him in. Jesus Christ. B, there's the answer to your thing. The game is a mix of tennis, racquetball, and ping pong.
I get so confused when we start mixing all these sports into like is there a soccer game that like I mean I guess like soccer golf you like take all these different things. It's like such a new
Well,
thing.
haven't you seen the soccer ping pong too with the warp tables?
Oh yeah. We had that company at there's Tech Ball. So that's gonna be an Olympic sport, Tyler.
I want to see the ones where they play volleyball. Usually you see the Brazilians and they do these like crazy just ninja kicks
Oh,
to just tap it
yeah, that's
over
amazing.
the
That'd be dope.
I don't understand how they get to that point.
Lucas Rodriguez, he was good at the fucking Tech Ball table, dude. I really think that like if we made a team like Team Goloremi and we had Lucas, we got some like some of those OG like Leo Gibson, like we got you and we found some of these other like guys that we know that are just so technical and we just like practice that. I guarantee you we could compete. I guarantee.
I mean, I've seen them. I've seen them play it. I've never played it, but it just looks so weird with the whole curve thing. I don't know what that feels like. It just seems,
Yeah, it's definitely you have to be able to. I mean, like I think with your flexibility as well, I think that would give you such a huge advantage because you have to be able to like kind of get over the top of the ball a lot and get your legs
Yeah,
really
yeah.
high. And
Well, for the mini tables, from what I've seen, headers is usually kind of how people score mostly.
We should throw up clips of that. This is Brandon Taylor Twelve,
alrighty, yes,
possibly.
we got an extremely important month here for NCAA. I know that this is something that would resonate with both of you more so than me because you guys both played Division One soccer. I played NAIA. But I think that this would have been a really cool rule change to have passed maybe like 30 years ago to benefit the game of soccer in America and have not having players playing 90-minute games 3 times a week. Like I just don't like we understand that this model we're different than everybody else, but right now there's a vote in April that's all about changing the current Division One men's soccer um, season to be split, so there's more time for recovery, and you're not playing your championship game and the first or like the third week of December before Christmas and like all this stuff. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Would you guys benefited from this?
This has been going on forever. When I actually committed to Oregon State, they were talking that there's a chance it was going to be a split season, and that was in 2015.
This has been going on since the 80s. This is when it first started.
Yeah, no, it's got to change. It's got to change immediately if we ever want to be taken seriously because they don't even know. Like when you explain that, we explain that to guys on our team all the time. We talk about it and they don't understand. You play 3 months, we jam it all into as quick as we can. You travel all over the country. Our country's as big as a continent,
And then you're trying to do school on top of that.
yeah. No, it's a joke. That's a joke. We can't have that be the case.
Yeah. So basically, like, and the craziest thing, Tyler, is like we talk about like this has been on, everyone's been talking about this, trying to be changed forever, and the numbers, supporting it, and like players, it's like 80+% of players want this, and the only reason why it's not going through is because of financial reasons, staffing reasons.
Who doesn't want
all
it?
that kind of stuff.
Who doesn't want it? Sorry, who doesn't want it though?
So
Who are these?
there's a voting
Yeah.
committee. Yeah, it's like all the different athletic directors and athletic departments, and it's we're talking about like SIDs, and you're talking about staffing for like fields and all the stuff that goes into those programs. There's a lot of pushback for having to have an additional sport in that spring season, and like that's kind of like what causes a lot of this to quickly be like put away. And then there's not an alignment across all the different sports, like what the women's um season is not also up for change, and I'm not exactly sure why that is the
What?
case, but not having both Division 1 men and women's kind of aligned to want to do this together, I think also causes a lot of issues potentially for this. So that's kind of my outside perspective, learning more about it and kind of looking on the inside. And I've been kind of, I've been involved with trying to help just like spread message on behalf of the association to advocate for the rule change, because, from our perspective, like we just try to make sure that rule changes happen that just we know that are going to help coaches and players. And this is something the players want, and the coaches want. So
Boom. Fashioning masculinities, tracing the history of gender fluid menswear. Now, what you're looking at, my friends, is a man from, well, okay, so that guy, that's modern. Earl of Belmont, all right, in the robes. Now, I'm setting you guys up. I want you to have a look at him. Now, I'm going to present you guys with something that I want to get your feedback on, because there's a move to kind of give us, something else to wear. That's not just like some pants. Boom, there it is. Hey, are you guys interested? Are you, what you let me know? I want to get you guys, come on. Hey, you want something different? You're looking for something new to wear.
How is it staying up?
how did
Are
we
there
get to
wires in it?
this? How did we get to this? I want that's a dress. That isn't what he was wearing. That's not a robe. That's a dress.
Well, they want to give you a different option. And I don't know,
like the
Tyler's concerned
pattern.
about how it's staying up. I agree, though. The pattern's
It
not.
looks like something out of Game of Thrones. This looks like just a shot from Game of Thrones.
I'm not. I don't want to. I'm not trying to, show off my clavicle bones like that. That's not something. Yeah.
So no, you guys aren't for this specific outfit.
Not for that. No, I mean, take that print and make it into the rope thing, and then we're talking. Okay.
Okay, but you would be interested in something that's different than pants and different than, like, kilts are something that.
Yeah, I'm kind of tired.
Okay, all right.
I think it's ridiculous that that the American men can't, have like a way of dressing that isn't going to be, obviously stereotyped and made fun of just because we're not wearing freaking Levi jeans.
I mean, hey, agreed. Tyler is someone who doesn't put a whole lot of emphasis in his clothing. It's just something that you probably should. It says a lot about you. No, it's not necessarily for other people. I know you want to be comfortable.
Like the way that your dad like dresses when he goes to Nigeria and like wear like like what he wears around the house sometimes and stuff. It's like, bro, that is so dope. Like I appreciate
It's
that
dope.
that it's not just like a shirt from Costco, and it's like the shirt he's had it from like 30 years and it was like his brothers, or like it all means something.
Yeah, Tyler, how do you feel about that? I mean, I know clothes aren't a big thing. What does that say about who your identity and?
I care very little about clothes.
Okay, but the question, let's dig a little deeper. Why?
Oh, I like having something that I find comfortable, and once I find something I like, I just like wearing it.
We're not saying you can't have that.
How many like shirts are like in your like rotation, would you say?
Oh, very few. I don't know.
Less than 10?
No, probably not less than 10. It
It
depends also.
Training.
It does depend on the weather too. The thing is, I'll wear the same sweatshirt like every single day.
I just need Will to take a 5-second video of Tyler every time he sees him.
Yeah, we'll do a little fashion update.
Just a little snap, and then like we can just do a little thing where it's like, okay, we'll come back in 6 months.
It's also going to be skewed though going to training, because I really don't care. We go to training, I'm on the tram for like 5 minutes, and I'm there, then I'm gone, and I'm back home. Like that's also I'm not going to put on anything to go to training. Oh, this is this. So this dog was returned because the owner saw it humping another dog, another male dog.
Oh,
And they
boy.
thought it was gay, so they returned it to
boy.
or they gave it up. And then a gay couple ended up adopting it. So
No way.
pretty basic story, but
Hey, it becomes full circle though, and everybody's happy in the end, right?
Do they ever? It's not something you see. Are gay dogs discriminated against in society? Do people find out that this and they don't?
I think all dogs are just very, very horny.
I would say that dogs' sexuality is definitely shamed. You know, you try to go to a dog park, and the second the dog gets excited and starts, you know, everyone starts screaming at it. It's like, you know, hey, it's just nature, man. Come on.
So but yeah, well, I mean, I didn't know if if the community of dogs, if it's progressive, I don't know. Are dogs progressive? Do they discriminate?
Would you not be upset if you had your dog at the dog park and another dog came up and just started going to town on it? Would you not say anything?
I was trying to go along with the joke that there's like gay dogs that are being discriminated against. I was trying to just raise the question that dogs are being like sexually oppressed.
Well, that's not what we're saying, though. We
Absolutely.
didn't. No, wait a second. There's
Absolutely.
like two different. Isn't there two different things? Because just because you're a gay dog doesn't mean that you're. We talk about gay dogs at a dog park humping. There's a difference between you can be a gay dog that doesn't hump.
Well, obviously, this dog got discriminated against. He got returned because the owner's stupid.
It probably wasn't even gay.
Yeah, what if it's not
That's
even
what
gay?
someone was saying. Or the quote right there. It's they're saying that it's more common with asserting dominance than anything like actually sexually.
There are definitely. Do you think there? I think there are also people out there that don't even. I think they would not believe that animals could be gay. Right? There's that whole movement. Gay is unnatural, so you're not going to find it.
They're like trying to take all, you know, having gay conversations and academic, you know, lessons and stuff like this. It's all being removed from the schools in Florida. Like that bill passed. There's a "Don't Say Gay" bill that's been passed, and they're like literally removing books, and like it's to suppress information about, you know, transgendered information, you know, speaking about homosexuality in public school you know, in classrooms and things like this. It's a big like hot topic thing right now. Actually, I just want to say that like the Disney right now, they're facing a lot of heat because um, they didn't come out against the bill, and obviously they're, you know, I think they're headquartered out of Florida, right? Or I mean, like they have like obviously massive business based out of. So they have major strikes going on. Their stock prices are being affected, and their CEO actually came forward and apologized for not being more vocal and being an advocate on behalf of, you know, the gay community and his you know, the trans community and all the people that work for Disney that are a part of that community. It's a real issue.
What a coincidence! He starts speaking out after his bottom
Oh,
line starts getting hit a
no,
bit.
yeah, it started really getting hit. But you know, I think that obviously there's a lot, you know, it's just a hot topic in general. So like when I see an article like that, and it just seems like it's written to cause both sides of the political party just to get triggered about something like regarding the gay guys adopting that dog. What was the whole point of that article in general? I'm so confused.
I was happy to learn that. I thought that was
That's
just
hilarious.
like
That's
amusing.
amazing.
All right, Arnis, hit the clock. Hillary Clinton trolled on Twitter after requesting movie suggestions following COVID diagnosis. Now, we have a Lost podcast where Tyler is not very happy with Hillary Clinton's photography work, but zoom in just a little bit for us, Arnis, here. So if you can see the the movies that people were requesting for her or recommending for her, Impeachment, American Crime Story with Monica Lewinsky. Some ice on that. How I Survived Being Raped by Bill Clinton. That was another one that people recommended. So she's actually getting trolled, and people are posting the things about Benghazi, the plot against the president, all this stuff that, that she thought, oh, people were going to be like, yeah, watch, I don't know, the new, I can't think of a movie. Watch the new, what's his face? What's that guy? The Atom Project. Watch that new movie with, what the fuck is that guy's name? What's that guy's name? The superhero, Deadpool. Who's Deadpool? Who's Deadpool?
Ryan Reynolds.
What's the name of the actor? Ryan Reynolds. There you go. Watch the new Ryan. Yeah. So she thought that was what's going to happen, and instead everybody's just trashing her completely. Now, we all know she's going to be back in a Way of Will John podcast coming, I think, would have happened already. We talked to a Secret Service agent who was guarding the Clintons. He lives not far from Tyler now. Yeah, the point is that Hillary, Hill Dog, as she's normally known, Hill Dog, the Hill Dog's coming back 2024. We are expecting Hill Dog versus Trump.
I said this 3 months ago.
Yeah. Yeah,
This is the
it's
one thing
coming.
I've ever been right about in politics in my entire life, is that we're gonna have the biggest face-off in political history between Trump and Hillary. It's the
Who's going
greatest
to win then?
re it's the greatest rematch of all time, and Hillary Clinton wins, and it's a pivotal moment for women's history. It's like the perfect it's
Okay.
you just, like, see it in the history books, and you're reading about like, when we have when little baby Tyler, when he has, like, all of his little kids sitting around the table and he's reading their homework books with them, and they're all going to be talking about and how Hillary Clinton came back after the embarrassing loss, and you know won the country back. It's going to be beautiful.
Dorito or Fritos Lay's, I guess is who it actually is, have decided that they're going to put 5 less chips in each of their bags now.
So there's 0 chips in the bag.
Yes, because there wasn't
There's
very
1
many
chip.
chips to start with. There's like
How
there
the
might be 3 chips left,
I
but
haven't remember. I don't remember the last time, but
I love Doritos. Like
Don't
I'll
even
buy them over here.
It's so ridiculous, man. You're telling me that they need to really worry about the profit margins on these chips right now? They've been making how much money for all these years off of us on these damn chips? It's all cornmeal, dude, and all of it is made through the same. I knew somebody in college, one of my professors. She worked as a corporate person at Frito Lay, and they all just take the same shit and they put it in different shapes, and then they do the little dustings, and that's the only difference across all of those different brands. Obviously the potato chips are different, but
Would you guys rather pay the same amount for less or pay more for the same amount? If you were, would you rather have them raise the price on this or take away chips?
you're not giving me the right option. We want
Well,
you
I
know
know
what
what you
else could
want.
happen?
I know what you want, but this is what you're gonna get.
A revolution. We need a chip boycott. We need a chip revolution. We need to get rid of these stupid airbags. Yeah, we need some sort of revolution, Tyler, where they give us a full bag of chips where I don't want any air. Like I need to pass a law that there can only be a certain amount of air in my bag. No more. It's done. We're done.
I think that's the future of politics, is using social media to just pass things that are bipartisan. Everybody agrees on it, and I think everybody's pissed off about the freaking air in these chip bags. Fuck that.
You don't agree with big chips that they put the air in it to protect all the chips from breaking?
Make the bag bigger. Give me more chips.
There you go. See? Yeah. Get out there. You guys solved all this stuff. You have this massive distribution center. Figure it out.
These thin little bags, like, can we not put it into a box? Can we not have the chip companies start to think a little bit ahead? Like, can we not protect the product a bit? I mean, come on. What are we doing?
Yeah, I think that's what we need, Tyler. I don't think we don't have 2 options. We got revolution.
How about we just start making our own? Like, we can't find a biscuit sponsor. We can't find, where's a protein chip? No one's talking about protein potato chips.
They do have them. I've tried. I tried a couple of them.
Women in sports. That's the tweet. This is one of the greatest moments in March Madness history. This is a little feel good story here
happened?
for you, Will.
Uh-oh.
Just tune in. This is special. We got a ball stuck. We can't play ball, guys. The ball's stuck.
We're
Day
getting
one or
a
two,
chair out. Here we go.
Yep.
Oh no.
Oh, can't reach it. We can't reach it, folks. We're trying to play a basketball game here. How do we solve this issue, guys? Uh-oh.
The
Cheerleaders.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, get her up there.
They are going to get the cheerleaders.
Get her up there. Yeah. Yeah. Get her up there. Yeah. Yes. And I'll tell you what, folks, they got a nice NIL sponsorship deal. They got some cash out of that moment. It's just,
Which is
there you
good because
go.
India got smoked.
Brittany Griner could spend 5 years in Russian labor camp, expert says. Now, I know that she supposedly, I believe it's only also for a vape pen or some stuff related to vape. And she is stuck over in Russia. Okay, so there it is. Arrested in Russia last month. Russian officials allegedly found vape cartridges in her luggage and accused her of attempting to smuggle drugs into the country. They predicted that her pending legal case could result in 5 to 10-year prison sentence, which could also include time spent at a labor camp. This chick is going to get hard labor in Russia. Is this a politically motivated? Is this what do we got going on here? I don't know what you guys feel. Tyler, you already saw the story.
Yeah, if it wasn't planted, like if they didn't do something and plan it on her, this has to be one of the stupidest decisions. This is on par with I think the kid at UVA who he went on a floor that they said in North Korea that he wasn't allowed to be on, and he's tried stealing a banner and then he got sent home in a coma. But like
Yeah, he was sitting in a coma.
you
He
can't
eventually died too.
you can't mess with this stuff. Like it's because it's I think it was weed, like it was THC on it. Like you can't be bringing like if you're a big profile person, you can't be bringing that stuff through trying to go through security, especially in like the relationship we have with Russia right now.
I know. I know. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's got to get settled, amicably, but we don't have very good relationships with Russia right now. So,
It's not a you can't that like I mean I'm scared of I'm scared of going there in general, like obviously, but like you if I was going to the airport, I would literally like not have anything. I would hire someone to carry my stuff for me or something. Or like check my bags. I just want to go in shorts and a t-shirt and nothing else on me. No risk. Nothing could be slipped in or I'm not going no anywhere near that. I can't make it through a labor camp in Russia. Like
yeah. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen to her, obviously, but this is a bad story of her bad time. I feel bad for her.
she's one of the best athletes of American history, like without a doubt. Like when it comes to basketball too, like she was dunking, so like that was like it was big for her to be at Baylor because like she was kind of breaking that like idea that like there isn't a female player that can consistently dunk. She was.
She has she has some ridiculous quotes too of saying she's better than some NBA players and stuff. She said I forget who it was. She said she was better than like an NBA player and beat him 1v1 or something.
Gotta love that. Let's see it. I want to see it.
Is
I'm sure
that
she'd play it.
possible?
Who's the fucking guy?
No,
Yeah, I
it's
don't.
not
I mean,
possible. It's not
you don't think it's
possible.
possible for a girl? No, possible for any girl to beat a guy in basketball 1-on-1. Come on.
I'm talking about an NBA player. I'm not talking about any guy. I'm talking about someone who's like a solidified NBA player. No, I don't think any girl in the world could beat a solidified NBA player 1v1.
We need to set this up.
I'm
We need
gonna.
to set this up.
You could try to find someone,
There's
but
got to be
I
a
don't.
girl out
NBA
there. There's
contracts.
got to be.
Like, you
If
find it like anybody who has an NBA contract, right? Anybody. Like, it can
no,
be
no,
like,
no. This was like a like solidified. Who was
oh,
it? Who was it? It was someone. It was someone
We're
who
not
gets
saying
time. Like
LeBron.
he
We're not.
plays.
yeah. I'm not saying
Yeah.
LeBron
Oh, I see.
or
I see. There's a tactic. Like there's got to be like a strategy. Like like foul. Like let them. There's got to be some way that a girl could beat a guy in 1v1. An NBA player versus a
An
WNBA
NBA
player. There's
player?
got to be a way.
No,
she has a
no
height
chance.
advantage on some people in the
Yeah.
NBA. So like,
Yeah. Yeah.
playing
She
one on
doesn't.
one.
She doesn't have a vertical advantage. Like unless you put her against
Well,
guys can
They're
like
smaller
who's that?
guys.
almost everyone in the NBA can dunk easily, like more easily than her.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's some guys like who's that point guard from the Celtics?
Isaiah Thomas, like yeah, if you no, she she wouldn't be able to guard him. This is kind of crazy that this Dennis is being charged with 10 years total, where he's pretty much was breaking a bunch of his clients' teeth on purpose.
Oh.
So he'd give him a crowns and then charge him for the crowns. And in a year,
Oh,
he went from making $1.4 million, which is such an absurd amount of money to be like, I need more money. But he's making 1.4, and he installed 434 crowns. And then 1 year later, he made 2.5 mil and installed over 1,000.
Yep.
Genius level scaling.
Wow. Who was the person that caught that? Like
It was because he sold the business or something, because he's like sold it, and then they were going through all the papers or something, and then
Oh,
everything that someone
dude.
just picked up that hey, this
that
isn't
son
right,
of a
and then he
bitch.
also, I think, wasn't filing the taxes right either, which they found out also.
Of course.
So
What a fucking idiot, dude. It's like, all right, I'm gonna commit major fraud and like cause major damage to people's teeth, create more wealth for myself, then try to sell it and then not cover my tracks. like so what the company, this is what happened. They literally took over the company. It was 2.4 million that year. Oh yeah, great. This is a great influx of business in this community. We can invest in this dentist is, maybe retiring, wants to end his practice. And then all of a sudden that year after they see a decline of 1.1. They're like taking care of people's teeth really well. So like people are only having to come back like they're only getting $400,000 in business because they're actually cleaning people's teeth correctly and using fluoride and like this has to happen other places, right?
Here's kind of a stat of how inflated it was. It's an average Wisconsin dentist performs fewer than 6 crowns for every 100 patients. He was doing more than 32 per every 100.
Dude, I mean, how many doctors are doing this, you think, Will? Like how many I mean, like, your dad is a honest, genuine chiropractor. What percentage of chiropractors out there are maybe causing more damage or doing things that are a complete waste of time and money?
Yeah, there's quite a bit apparently out there who are like swindlers. I was actually even not even going to take it to doctors, but we don't know enough about cars. And that's another notorious one because it's going to be hard for you. You're going to bring your car in. They're going to say, "Yeah, this is not working." But they could do the exact same thing. You hope they're not doing it, but you're just going to like you hope the guy's just like, "Yeah, you know." And they just wreck your engine a little bit. They fix it.
Do you think electric cars will help kind of close that barrier?
No, because I think we know less. I think most people, it'll be new. It's a new thing. Like they're gonna have new parts and new shit that we don't have any idea how it works. NFL exec believes Tom Brady's retirement was an attempt to facilitate 49ers trade. Now, I brought this conspiracy
Of course
theory
it was.
to Tyler Beck before, and he said, "For what reason? For what reason would Tom Brady pretend to be retired?" Here's a theory because he wasn't having it, and Tom is not retired. Tom is very much alive. Now, here's a theory. So, Tyler, I'd love to get your thoughts on this because you were not having the conspiracy theory. It turned out to be possibly that there could be a reason, But here's a theory: is that they were trying to force a potential trade to the San Francisco 49ers. And when asked if the Buccaneers would have been willing to trade Brady had the Niners been interested, the executive said, "I'm thinking Brady would have felt like he has so much PR on his side that they would have been willing to let him out, that he delivered a Super Bowl." So I don't know. He's Tom Brady. Like,
I believe that 100% because they could have just held him like they have him under contract. He could have just sat out the whole year. Like that's what they could have done, and I think that's smart of them because it's a competitive advantage to let him walk. And 100%, I 100% think this is the truth.
Wait, but he's back with he's coming back with the Bucks though.
I know, but what is he gonna do? Sit out the year? He didn't ever want to retire, Ty. It was a complete PR stunt to try to force them to trade him this year. But now he's like, oh crap, they're actually just gonna hold their word and just keep me on the roster for the remainder of my contract. I
Okay.
might as well just play.
I see what you're saying. How crazy would it be if he just did go to the 49ers and won another Super Bowl?
That would be really epic. I don't think has there ever been an athlete outside of soccer that was able to like really go to like more than 3 teams and win a championship? Because like that's really unique to soccer, isn't it?
yeah, that is a thing in soccer. There have been some, good God. Clarence Seedorf. I think Seedorf won on AC Milan. He won on Real Madrid.
That's still different though than like a quarterback doing it. Like
I think
that's
so as
a
well, especially
quarterback's
because you have the
worth a lot
salary
more
cap.
than any individual soccer player.
Because you have the salary cap, like they have to play within those restrictions. Whereas like Real Madrid and AC Milan, they're able to put pieces around those guys like for longer into their careers. They're able to set up teams to recruit guys in like Tom Brady esque in soccer to keep them there. That's a really interesting thing though. I never really thought about that. I'm so interested to hear like your GK Golaremi feedback on these goals that Tim Melia gave up against Chicago. 3-1 win Chicago over Sporting Kansas City. Tim Melia is playing goalkeeper for Sporting KC. And this is the second game of the year, I believe.
So where are we at right now? Like, what's our record be?
Oof.
Pause it real quick, Arnis. I believe we're 2-1. I think we've either had 3 or 4 games. I didn't get to watch yesterday's game yet. I believe we played our third game yesterday and beat Real Salt Lake 1-0. So we had won our first game or maybe we lost our. I think we maybe lost our first game, lost our second game, and then won this third game. And Vermees had a quote last night that when you're losing, it doesn't mean you're lost. So yeah, we started slow. Didn't have a couple good games, but now we got this win, and hopefully things will kind of start to be what we're expecting it to be, kind of situation. So it's not been a great start to the season, but the overall consensus right now is that, hey, they're going to be okay, but they're missing a lot of pieces. Like Polito from Mexico, he's hurt. He's out for the whole year with a major. He had to have major surgery to repair, I think, his knee. And then you have Busio, who is our number 6, our number 10. That guy is controlling the middle of the field the whole season. He left to the Italian league, got sold. So it's like, we're talking
Oh,
about
that's right.
having, but anyways, yeah. So they lack an identity right now, I think, in terms of just having like a couple guys that are like, really like they're young, talented, like guys carrying the team. Because like Espinoza and like Graham Zusi and like you like have these guys that are still starting on the roster that like those I feel like those are the guys that are really like making the most impact on the game. But I haven't got to watch the latest one, so
I see.
yeah, this goal right here. So this is the 30th minute.
It's not. I
Thoughts?
mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah, I would say
It is what it is.
Sure. I mean, yeah. Everybody gives up goals, but it
No,
is
I
what
mean
it is.
you give him that shot like 100
Yeah,
times, he's gonna save it like 99 probably.
exactly. Mistakes happen, right? A ball played in. Why are we not heading this out? Why are we acting reckless? Why did we kick the guy? And it's just chaos.
How did this game end?
Ooh,
All right,
good
so there we
goal.
go. 55th minute. We ended up losing 3-1. So Espinoza comes through. Great
Mm.
cross by Shallowy. Great finish. Great goal. Look at this open space here on a counterattack. Boom. Boom. I
Goal.
mean, 54. We've talked about 54 a couple times on previous season. He's a good player, but this guy out here just getting cut like this. I mean, it's horrible.
That's what
And then it
you
goes right underneath
go.
Melia. You see that, Ty? I mean, look at our defense. Look at look at
Yeah, I don't know what you're DV. Yeah, honestly though, talking about his positioning, what on earth is
what
going
are
on?
we? I mean, just
That's
overall,
MLS.
this
That shit
snapshot
happens
right
all
here.
the time.
What is this? What is this? Why is there a guy nearly at the top of the 18 standing wide open? Who is the center midfielder to the right of the referee up here? What position is this player right
Yeah.
here?
Dude,
Is
how
it
did that guy get turned that badly? Look at
a
how
dude?
Yeah,
badly he
I
got
think
turned.
he
He's
really
getting
did.
turned right here.
I really think that he may have given the ball away as well, which led to that counterattack. I can't remember exactly, but I just remember looking at him, how he just sprinted out full speed to the guy, and the guy doesn't even do a good cut. It doesn't even it isn't even a good move. Like we're talking like he barely did it was like a 50% Preki chop. Like
The momentum, though, no? I mean,
That's a
I'm
bad
giving him a
step too.
lot of.
so he runs out. I mean,
Oof.
what is
That was a dumb step by whoever started that too. It was just like a mistake by everybody. All right, that is it for today, guys. I don't have very high energy because I don't have sports tea out here in Croatia, so I'd be able to give a much better outro if I had some sports tea with me. But luckily, it sounds good because of Road. So we got to give a shout out to them as well. Trevor,
Ooh.
please get some more gloves in Aviata because
Yep.
these kids are messaging me every day and they're crying that they don't have any goalkeeping gloves. They're playing in bare hands and it's just sad to see. So Aviata is going to have some new gloves out soon and we'll be able to ship those off to all of you poor, bareless, or I guess handless kids. Not handless, gloveless kids. There we go.
Is that a word?
All right. Till next time, guys.